What is thy bidding, my master?
Yeah, I should have known from the very beginning. From what you said. Yeah, when the mega powers were formed. Yeah, what you were out for from the very beginning. Yeah, you were after what was mine. I remember what you said.
You can destroy the Emperor. Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
Yeah, that one was rough. Those words right there. Yeah, I got stuck, yeah, but I swallowed it anyway. Didn't like the taste, but I swallowed it anyway, yeah. But I remember the time when there was a conquistador out of the ring. The one that's so jealous that he can't stand it, yeah. Yeah, you came in there with your poses, yeah, but you made a big idiot out of yourself, yeah. And speaking of idiot things, what about that stupid idea? Did you forget that one? Think back. That right there sealed your fate. Yeah, that put the madness over the edge. But I'll tell you what felt even better, yeah, was in the dressing room, in the first aid room. Me being unselfish, yeah, said go ahead, do the thing, yeah. You won't steal my thunder, no. When you take a look at the madness's eyes, all you're gonna see is complete and utter rage!
Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hello there, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and Trent Hoffman. You're listening to Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 169. Today, we're going to be talking about two episodes today. That's right, two episodes. Episode 6 and 7, Infiltration and Extraction of Season 3 from The Bad Batch. Trent will be joining us in a little bit for a little quick review. But first up, we're playing a lot of Myths and Mortals on Fortnite here. So far, a week or two in, weekend. Maps, okay. Map hasn't really changed. They just added kind of two areas, both on the kind of northeast of the, or southeast of the map, and then northwest of the map. But it's making it kind of weird because there's only a couple bosses, and it's like basically making the rest of the map a little useless. I hate to say that, but hopefully they'll kind of tweak it a little bit. But right now, we're having fun doing that, and hopefully we'll be streaming that soon. We haven't streamed yet for the Myths and Mortals, but check us out soon. We should be doing that very shortly. Hope you had a good weekend. The only thing to report outside of the little Fortnite, we're officially going to C2E2. That's one of our favorite cons to go to, and so purchase the tickets, and then we're going to go see Sting! So got a photo op with Sting, so we're super excited for that. So, yeah, that's super exciting. So it's, as of this recording, it is 43, it's 39 days away from getting that going into April there. So end of April it starts, and we're super excited. This is the 15th year of C2E2, and yeah, I've been every year. So, and Trent has been, he's been there almost every year. I think there was one year that Trent didn't go because he got his tonsils taken out, and I think it just fell on the timing of that. But he's been there even with even when he was a little baby, he was there. So he's been there 9 years, and I've been there 15 years. It's been a fun little, just seeing that con grow, and it's super fun. So we're super excited for that. Looking forward to that. That is the end of April here in Chicago. So if you're never been to C2E2, I highly recommend it. It's a great venue at McCormick Place. Just natural sunlight coming in, very big, very open. Just a lot. Just I like the atmosphere of that. There's another one that is at the Fan Expo. That used to be the old Wizard World, and that usually happens in July, August timeframe. That one's just a big box. It's not very exciting. I don't really like that venue as much as I do C2E2. There just seems to be, you can step outside and you're not like locked in. There's just a lot of, I don't know. I don't feel like a sardine in there. Where that one Fan Expo at the Donald D. Stevenson Convention Center, so it just feels like a little bit like that. Happy birthday to my sister Joy. We celebrated her birthday yesterday, but it was on the 10th, but we celebrated on St. Patty's Day. So all those Irish and non-Irish people that celebrate St. Patty's Day, I hope you had a good one and you enjoyed your Irish heritage. Had a Guinness or whatever beverage of choice or whatever. But okay, so we got 2 episodes, and good thing we do because they both kind of were very accelerated. I'm not going to go beat by beat for this thing, but basically the 6th episode of Infiltration, again, aired on March 13th. And let's go right to the official description. Batch reunites with the ally in need. So they're in Senator Rio Chuchi and meets with Senator Avi Singh to discuss an alliance against the Empire. So these conversations are starting to happen. This is not Mon Mothma, but this is actually Chuchi, who again was kind of fighting for, in Bad Batch, we saw her fighting for the clones' rights, which is a very interesting thing. But then we have this kind of assassin trooper. This was a quick cut in the trailer. Basically tries to assassinate Singh and Chuchi. But Rex was there with his cronies, and basically they got into, they neutralize the assassin, grab his data puck, and they learn not only was Singh on the data puck, but also Omega. So Rex reaches out to Bad Batch, and they talk through the assassination attempt, and essentially now they have this kind of clone X kind of guy hanging out, and they're trying to break him. And we find out basically that this is the program that Crosshair was part of, but wasn't be able to sink in. And it's basically they're blanking out the clone troopers. They're basically this kind of reminded me a little about Bourne Identity, just kind of a silent assassin, no real family ties or anything like that. Just like go on the mission, do your thing. But basically understands that Rex knows that this is Tantus. They got a little connection there. So then Rex brings him in, and then we have again a loyalty thing here. So we have Hauser. Now Hauser is one of the clones that stood up in Bad Batch when this kind of transition, the shifting of the guard with the Empire and the Republic, and we also got Echo giving Omega an energy crossbow. But really, what we get to is Hauser does not trust Crosshair. And there's an uneasy alliance. Obviously, Rex and Hauser are tight because they have that connection. And now Hunter is actually standing up for Crosshair. And Crosshair, again, being a little cagey, but not, he's not the most warm personality there. But they get into that. They start talking about everything. And then this is where Omega drops a bomb about Nala Se and the project involving M Count. But again, they aren't sure what M Count is. Rex heard about it, but so they need to kind of find out a little bit more. So they're trying again to continue to find where Tantus is. They understand that there's this other program going in here. We got a cool little bit with Fireball telling him that it was based on Gregor's recipe for some spicy modifications, and that's all for Wrecker. But then we understand Hemlock, all this fun stuff that's going on, and then basically they send in another hunter that essentially neutralizes almost the whole team, and trying to get to the other clone. I don't know what you call him, just like Clone X, I guess we call him. But basically, he gets shot. and then they're trying to get out a back door or whatever. So then they have this thing, and it ends with, we have these clone commandos, TK stormtroopers, and Commander Wolf. Yes, that's right. Commander Wolf basically says, ended on stun. And that's how the episode ends. What? So we know, based on what we know from Star Wars Rebels, again, Commander Wolf is a nod to Filoni because he likes wolves. If you've been living on a rock, that's like Filoni's thing. So, but we know in Star Wars Rebels, Wolf is with Rex, so we know he's a good guy at the end. But right now, he is taking a battalion or a squad or whatever, not a battalion, probably squad, 2 squads of TKs and clone commandos into trying to get the hostage out, or really follow up on this location because they feel like they have the Bad Batch on the run in a pickle. All right. Extraction, 7th episode. Again, March 13th, it aired. So now here's the official description. Enemies close in. The Batch must evacuate a stronghold. So they had the battle with the other clone X-Trooper, and Rex and Bad Batch look to escape. Commander Wolf is now in the service of the Empire. He has reinforcements, but he quickly clashes with the other X-Trooper. We'll call him X2 Trooper. And they have basically a confrontation. Now we have kind of this X2 Crosshair confrontation. And then, dun dun dun, we got a loyalty thing with Wolf. So basically now we have the now it says this in Wikipedia, which is interesting, but they're on Teth, and it's a let's see how I say this. Bemorma? No, Beorma Order Monastery. So Bemor monks, that's how I call them, Bemor monks. That might not be the proper way to announce it, but hey, it's Star Wars. You can announce it like 3 different ways and still be right. But the Bemor monks are essentially, they lobotomize their brains and put them in little spider droids, and you see them in Return of the Jedi. That's all you see, a creepy spider that C-3PO runs away. They are in the Book of Boba for a little bit. But yeah, that's our only second sighting of this. But this says that it's a ruin of a monastery, and this is where everybody's holed up. So we got Wolf, Command Troopers, TKs, and Stun. We got those 2, I think they're called Rogue Class transport shuttles. These are what we're seeing in Bad Batch. It's not the Pteridium kind of shuttle, but it's got like a little cargo thing, troop transport, boom, drops them in. And now we have number 2 clone, and he's kind of like a Predator dude. He's got his little armband, beep, 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 and he's like kind of doing surveillance and trying to get into and get him in done or whatever. But basically, we got, now it's like the same. So we kind of have Clone X as hostage, and the Clone X2 guy comes in and tries to get him. And now we have this kind of big old firefight. And now they're on the run. And now basically they get to escape shuttle, not very far. It's not very space worthy, but it's like Rex's little backup plan. Takes the shuttle off, gets knocked down right. They're in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. We got time for fun of games. You know what I'm saying? And basically, then they're after each other, and Crosshair has this kind of big fight on a waterfall, and gets the X2 trooper and takes him out. And then that basically Hauser is now on Team Crosshair because he sees how he interacts with Omega, and like somebody that he wouldn't be a punk, basically. That's basically what he's saying, is like, hey, you treat Omega okay, so you can't be too bad. And so now we have this reunion with Wolf and Rex. They come to a standstill. They're basically on a cliff, a cliffhanger. like Force Awakens. But they're on a cliff, and basically they have a little chat, little chitty chat, and Wolf lets them walk away. What? So there's a loyalty thing, which I think is a great thing. So we got basically two themes. The first one is trust, and then the second one is loyalty, are two big themes that we're seeing here play out in Bad Batch, and I love it. Trent called this out, but basically they show X2 Trooper like he fell, and he's like, oh, he's dead, but no, he climbs out alive. But basically, Echo shows up, but yeah, they basically Hunter reflects on Rex's words, and what Rex is saying is like, look, something is serious about Omega and is vital to the Empire's plan. If we want to keep her alive and keep this thing going, we need to find out why the Omega is so important to Empire. So that is the next half to find out like what's going on with the Empire and all that fun stuff. So I know that was a lot, but hey, man, that's what you get for double episodes, man. You get the double. Not the triple-double, but the double-double. There you go. So very cool, very awesome. And I'm going to let Trent and myself from the past talk about this as we look at it. Here we go.
What's up, everybody?
Sup, dude?
Double trouble right here.
Yep.
Double episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You called it, bro.
Yep.
So, what did you call? So we had basically a two-parter. So,
Yep.
first the clone, like, operative dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the hunt
For Omega.
And they have this like meeting of senators with Suchi and another dude from, I don't know, he had a cool beard or whatever. Yeah. But the operatives after them, and then they find out that he's also hunting Omega.
What's the puck?
Well, like a hunting puck.
It's a puck.
Yeah. Like
why can't you not play with it hockey?
You're so funny. And so then they that all happened, and then basically it ended like on a cliffhanger, and like, we want more, and we got more, and then
we're spoiled.
We got 2 episodes, and basically he tracks them down, and they meet with Rex. Mm-hmm. And says, hey, we got this guy that we captured.
Yep.
And so bring him on over. Come on over. We're going to have a party, clone party.
Yep.
They have a little spicy broth.
Whatever.
Spicy whatever. I don't know what clones eat, but... So anyways, then this guy, this operative, is like really good. He's like super, super good. And Rex has his buddy Hauser. And Hauser's like, I don't like you, man. And,
like who?
Crosshair.
Yep.
But Crosshair's like, look, they're doing experiments, and then Omega drops the M count thing, like, hey, we're doing experiments on them for M count. But she doesn't even know what it is, but we know what it is. Mm-hmm. It's basically the Emperor wants to clone and then infuse them with the Jedi stuff, the midichlorians. Yep. But it sounds cooler to call it M count. So anyways, then they have this, they call in Wolf, and he's there, and the operative's there, and they have to get off planet, and they have a fight in the jungle.
We got fun and games.
Yep. And but then Crosshair and him kind of go at it, and Crosshair and him have this big fight by the waterfall, and then Hauser saves Crosshair, and then you're like, and then there's a show off between Wolf and Rex, and Rex like, we gotta go. We gotta go. And you shouldn't be hunting a child. And Wolf's like, yeah. And then they leave, and then you're like, oh yeah, the operative's still alive.
Yeah, I called it too. He should not be hunting a child.
Yeah, no, dude.
It's like your own child. It's like if
Yeah.
I've been watching this show called Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
It's basically hybrids.
Yes.
Kids
yes.
are like animals.
Yes.
and they're hunting them down and like
Oh,
killing
yeah.
them or
Yeah.
like hunting them down. It's like kind of the same thing.
But Hauser and Crosshair made up because he's like, I saw how you handled the kid with Omega, and he's changed. He's like, and basically said, hey, the Empire is not loyal to you. I was loyal to the Empire, but the Empire is not loyal to you, which is totally true. So then, oh my gosh, then Rex is like to Hunter, if you want to keep her safe, you got to find out why she's so important.
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter. Rex dropped that bomb to Hunter, and Hunter's like grimacing stare, and then it ends.
Yep.
Dude, this episode was good. These episodes were so good.
I know.
A lot better. The music was so good. There's some jungle music. I was like, this kind of like he's kind of like Predator.
Yes.
He's like beep boop beep boop beep on his little keyboard. He's like, hey, I got a button to shut my seat off. I was like, we need that button. So we want to be clones now. Yes.
It would be fun if you did like a costume. Like
Yes. So there you go. Very good. We're super excited. Can't wait to see next week and all that fun stuff. But there you go. Until next week. Bye.
All right, there you have it. Our quick review of Bad Batch 6 and 7. Hope you enjoyed that. Trent and I enjoyed this episode, and it was a lot of fun. So there you have it. I don't know. I'm not really sure where this is going. Again, I still feel like other people have to die. I hate to say that, but there's still got to be a lot of consequences here as we roll into the next season. Well, not next season, the back half of this season. Okay, so up next is Bad Territory, and that's going to come out the 20th. So there we go. And then another single episode, then double. So we got another double coming up here. So it's interesting how they're putting these together, but there's got to be a purpose for it, and pretty much leave us at a cliffhanger. All right, for Light It All Up, we want to hear what's your favorite part so far in the Bad Batch Season 3. Drop us an email, bigtlotpodcast@gmail.com. If you do that, we will read your favorite part and throw some swag your way. So check that out for sure, and we would love to do that in an upcoming episode. All right, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses, thanks again for listening to another official episode of Big T and Little T Star Wars Podcast. You can find us on the socials, Big LILT Podcast on Instagram, BLILT Podcast on Twitter, twitch.tv/Big T Little T on Twitch. Hey, again, we got stickers. We want to hear from you. So comment, tweet, rate us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify. There's another thing that we use is Good Pods. If you want to give us a rating on that, that helps us just get found and all that fun stuff. So you can email us at bigtlottpodcast@gmail.com. Show us that review. Show us some questions. Give us anything. We'd love to read your question and answer it on an upcoming episode, and we'd love to throw some swag your way. So next time, obviously, some more Bad Batch. That's where we're in. We're in Bad Batch season, baby. Truly wonderful. The mind of the child is, and may the Force be with you always. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Dad, look at the droid selling queso.
It's not polite to talk about others like that.
It's okay, kids. What are the chances he's gonna hear us?
It's high. It's very high. Don't worry. You can make up for your embarrassment by procuring some of my queso. It has flavor.
Only K2's Mucho Queso is made from a blend of Bantha and Thala siren milks.
Here, ingest this.
Ew, it stinks.
I could say the same for you.
What?
This is so good.
Congratulations. Your taste buds are being rescued.
Daddy, let's buy it.
Your behavior, young lady. is continually unexpected.
Rebels will love the home-style meltiness of K2's Mucho Queso. The Empire? Well, Marva said it best.
Let's get going, kids.
Try K2's Mucho Queso. You'll love it. Cassian said you had to.